What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 28th day of September. Here we are, sitting at about $109.3 thousand with 10 hours and 54 minutes left in the day and in the week. It's the end of the week here. We're down about 5% on the week so far. It's not the biggest week, but it definitely feels like a big week, right, to the downside. Many people are wondering if this is the low or not, right? I think we're all wondering if this is the low or not. Some people take the stance that it is. We're going to move up higher. We're onward and upward to new all-time highs over the next 2 weeks. Some people think it's the end of the bear or the end of the bull market, and we're going down well below 100K, below 90K, see you at 70K. Me, I'm somewhere in the middle where I think we do have higher to go, but I think we go lower first and then we go higher. So that's my expectation. We're going to try and explain that here using the tools that we have in front of us. So let's get into it. 1 hour time frame here. Pretty boring for a Sunday, right? I mean, Saturday and Sunday are normally boring days. You don't move too much, but man, it's been flatlined over the weekend here. I really think that what we're doing is we're just biding our time. We're waiting until the first day of October. Because again, what's happening on the first day? Everybody, class, you guys know? It's the, right? Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, Jimmy, you got it. That's right, yeah. It is the Senate's Financial Committee or Committee on Finance, whatever it is. They're meeting to talk about taxation of digital assets. That's what's happening on the first day of October. So I'm assuming that we're in this kind of standstill. Nobody likes taxes, no, but it's a part of it nonetheless. And if there's some heavy taxes on crypto or not friendly taxes, or maybe if the markets are hoping for no tax on American cryptos, but that doesn't come out, that could be negatively received too, even if it's just taxed like everything else is taxed. Some little clarity on that. I think once we have that clarity, then we're going to see our movement up, or maybe we even get our final flush down, and then we move up, whatever. We can move down after the 1st of October, and it's not a big deal if we do, okay? But I would expect somewhere around the 1st of October, probably on that day or afterwards, to be the point at which we find our low across the board, okay? That's my expectation. I can be wrong. I've been wrong before, but looking at this overall, I can't imagine that we would go up from here. Maybe if we did, it'd be like this, like a bull trap, right? Because you're moving sideways here, and ultimately what happened? You had a fake out to the upside, but you went down. Here we're moving sideways. Could we have a fake out to the upside? Sure, but then we'd likely move down. I very much would anticipate that we have lower prices to go. For a while there, not for a while, for the last couple days, we were assuming that we'd go up to about 112.5K first, make a move up here, and then move lower. It's still very possible that that's what we do, but moving sideways like this, it just makes me think that we're just going to move down. It's like if we were to find support and move up, I think we would have done it already, but you never know. It is the weekend, right? These little gaps in the volume, it's clear as to where the weekend is, right? It's very, very clear as to where it is every single time. It's these little gaps right here. If you ever need to on the chart, just find where the weekend is. Just look at the volume and where those little gaps are. That's where the weekend is. Moving sideways, being boring throughout here as well. Pretty boring. Here we're being very boring as well. Let's look at these indicators. The RSI has a nice setup. It's bearish overall right now, but it has a nice setup to break out here. Will it is the question. I don't like that you rejected the 40. Getting out of the oversold zone and rejecting the 40 is not good, but I wouldn't even call it a rejection. You're just finding turbulence there, so that's actually better, to be completely fair. The stochastics rejected the 50, but you're coming back up to cross. That's not bad either, but you're moving sideways, so I'm not going to lean on this too much. The MACD is building bullish momentum, but again, you're moving sideways. I'm not going to lean on it too much. I'm not really getting anything from these indicators. Overall bearish with a neutral look right now. That's about it, but of course it's neutral. The price is neutral as well. We look at the daily time frame. And I think it's obvious with the daily indicators that we have lower to go, right? RSI is bearish. Bearish beyond all belief. Stochastics are bearish as well. Getting oversold, not good. and the MACD here is crossing back below the zero while building bearish momentum and moving down. Makes me think we're going to go lower. We are in this area where we found significance before. We found resistance here, there, and we found support here. It's very possible that we could find support here. But again, to confirm that, I think we need to see prices that are above, probably above these low levels here. If we can get above about $114.5 thousand, at that point I'd start to accept that this is the low. Until then, I don't care if we even get a move up that's above this high here. There's still a chance that we go lower. I might start to sing a different tune whenever we're up here. We might be a little bit more cautious of the idea of this being the low. But at this point in time, I'm pretty convinced that we do have lower to go. And it really stems from the idea that that these liquidations... Oh, I didn't know it was loading. Maybe it'll keep loading or maybe it won't. Let's see. Refresh. There we go. That these liquidations, they largely get cleared out at about $106,000. Oh, it won't show now. That's okay. But it's at about 106K. And as we move down, those liquidation levels will move down as well. We're looking at this from a low to a high here, relatively speaking. 104.5K. It's not 106K exactly, but it'll clear those things out. And then, I mean, ripping through the golden ratio this way, it certainly does make me think that we have a stronger chance of going to the 1272 to the 1618 area. But time will tell. Ultimately, once we have a day that closes below $108.4 thousand, whenever we close below $108,418 on a daily close, that's when the floodgates open to these lower prices here. And when I say floodgates, I'm making it sound dramatic. It's not that dramatic. We're talking about from 108,000 to 101,000 at the worst, right? That's about a $7,000 move on a $100,000 asset. That's not that big of a deal. But people might think it's a big deal. People might be freaking out. I don't think that we move down that low. I think we'll get just a slightly lower low down there at the 1272. We don't even have to hit the 1272. Bitcoin is tricky sometimes with these lows, and it does just miss the target. There are a bunch of people who are looking at the same things that we're looking at, and they might buy ahead of time. So if you're looking at this thinking you hold the keys to the kingdom, you got the secrets at 104.5K, maybe that's just the starting point. Maybe we even go a little bit lower, or maybe there's some front running and there's some buying pressure at 105K and above. But we'll see as time goes on. All right. Ultimately, I very much am bullish on Bitcoin. I very much do expect that the bull market is alive and well. We just have a little bit lower to go, and I would assume that we get there either on the 1st of October or sometime after. And when I say sometime, I just mean days. I don't mean weeks. I don't believe that this downward move is going to be too much longer lived. I am expecting a very similar result as to the last couple of times that we've consolidated. Here we consolidated from May until June, right? Late May into late June, and we had a slightly lower low, and we recovered rather fast. Here, we consolidated for a very long time, and then right here we had a slightly lower low, and then we recovered quite fast, and then consolidated, then recovered, consolidated, moved up higher. Here, out of this whole consolidation phase, we had a slightly lower low, and then we moved up very fast. Then we went on a downtrend for quite a long time there. Here we had our slightly lower low. It was actually a little bit more than slightly lower, I should say, but let's see, actually, let's look at this. Low here to the high. Right through the 1272, perfect. So something like that, and then immediate recovery. Now, you did stall a little bit here, and you dilly-dallied, but still, the point remains that was a pretty immediate recovery, right? This is what we have to look forward to. We're basically here, right? We're like this right now. We're like this point where we're just above. We're taking a little bit more time. It's not as intense. This was much more intense. But after it's done, as intense as the intensity will intensify at the lows, the bounce will also be very intense. Okay. These slightly lower lows are what Bitcoin's accustomed to. It likes to mess with you. Do not get psyched out. Think of it like this, okay? Be different. Be a contrarian. Be different than what the average person thinks. The average person is thinking that as long as we're holding this low, we're fine. But as soon as this low gives up, that's when we're screwed. Think of it like this instead. As soon as that low is given up, as soon as we're below that low, it's time to buy, right? It's time to buy. It's time to get in, because then we're going to rip. I got nothing else. This video is going to age like fine wine. I don't have the most energy, but that's because I'm sick. I think I have COVID. Hit the like button, subscribe, take care of yourselves, all right? Bye bye.